Hi, and welcome to the January 1st of the year, Happy New Year edition of the Perched Kitty Show. This is PK6, and we took a poll on
Yes.
some of the cat groups, some of the larger cat groups, because we wanted to get some ideas about cat toys. And what do people's cats play with? Do they play with the commercial toys you buy in the store? I mean, what are the favorite things that cats like? What do our cats like?
Literally everything.
Like, you know,
Well, Annabelle plays with blinds. Um,
yeah, but that, I mean, I'm talking about
Timmy's
toys.
favorite toy is the chicken.
Can you guys hear it?
No, sorry, not chicken. It's a cardinal. And every time you just gently tap it,
He
like you
just
can
did it.
breathe. I know, I heard. That's what made me think of
Think
it.
of it. He just did it.
He taps on it. Like, you don't even really have to move it. You just have to like breathe in the wrong way in its direction, and it just starts chirping. And there's nothing worse than hearing it at 2 in the morning because Timmy's just like, "Oh, hello," batting at it, and you're like,
And he likes the sound of the chirp.
"Yep,
That's his thing. He likes this chirpy thing. And I grab it and actually so people can see it. I think we paid like $1 for this at
oh,
PetSmart.
knock
Just
everything over."
moving out of the way. I think we paid like $1 for this. It was like one of those, on sale kind of toys at PetSmart. But anyway, a lot of people commented. A lot of people took the polls. I put them on three different cat groups, but all three of these cat groups have substantial membership. So I wanted to get as many responses as I could. And this is our Tibby's favorite toy. He loves this thing. So I mean, we don't even have to put any catnip on it. He carries it around in his mouth. He brings it to you, and I mean, and he just
I barely touched it."
sets it off and he just likes it. So that's his favorite toy.
I'm like,
We
"Oh,
did get a
that's
lot of
nice."
comments. Primarily, we had things like, people like things like feathers and string, the things you hold and, play with the cats. Crinkly things, like tubes and wrappers, which we have a couple of those in the other
Yeah.
room. But primarily, the majority of people, okay, and this
Mm-hmm.
is quite a few. We had a couple of hundred responses, and based on this, cats don't really care about commercial toys. They just as soon have boxes, wrappers, paper bags, or anything you didn't buy. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's, it's it's kind of like when you buy a cat bed, and instead of bed, they never sleep on the bed, but they sleep on the box it came in.
yeah, they're getting the boxes. I mean, this is really what cats like. And I
Mhm.
found some pretty good DIY videos.
Mhm.
One of the cutest ones I saw was taking a toilet paper roll and they just fold up the ends of it, like a
Mhm.
tube, put some cat treats inside of it, and then fold up the other end, and then just the cat wants to get to the cat treat, so he
Yep.
tears up the little roll and gets to the cat treats.
Yeah, it's a hunting simulator is what those are. They do the same thing with like cats who eat too much at once.
Hmm.
They make the same. You can make the same thing using like toilet paper rolls and like the box of the lid of a shoebox, and you put the food on it, and they play with it.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's the same sort of thing.
And so that's kind of cool. And some of the things that people said too was string and
Mhm.
straws. And I actually found a DIY video that talks about the straws. And all you do is you take the straws and you flatten one end and you insert it into the other end of the straw.
Mhm.
And they have different, it comes in different, you make it in different shapes. And the cats just play with the straws. They love them. And another one, bottle tops, the
Mm.
larger bottle tops, not
Yeah.
the tiny ones that are on, like little water bottles. You want the bigger ones.
Yeah,
They're
like
like
milk.
hockey pucks.
Yeah, like milk jug lids.
Yeah, milk jug lids or big water bottle
Mhm.
lids. And they're great hockey pucks. You just have to watch that you don't trip on them because
Yeah,
they're
or
all over the
step on
place.
them.
And our cats play with bottle lids
Mhm.
quite often. And another cat fill, toys or cushions, which are very common. You can make out of a sock,
Yeah.
right? And then you can make more complicated ones. I found one DIY video that was the guy's making one of the sticks. And he was like wrapping feathers one at a time. And I'm like, okay, if you're really creative and you want to get into it, then you could do that. But just basically, though, you could just use basic things around the house. Put a box out
Mhm.
with some paper in it, that the
Oh
cat
yeah.
can play with. Another one I saw was really neat. And I would have to find the video. I haven't found it yet. The guy took a bunch of boxes. He cut the tops off and he glued them together in a stack. Now these were really heavy duty boxes. These weren't like, little gift boxes.
Yeah.
These were heavy duty boxes, and they were like medium to small size. And he glued them all together in a sort of a tower,
Hmm.
in like a staggered configuration.
Cool.
And then so it became like a cat perch, with the different cubbies and things like that for the cat. And he had them painted, and he had little toys inside the little things. And there was things hanging on them, and I mean that was really cool. And he made them out of boxes that he had in his garage, rather than go out and buy lumber and all this other stuff,
Yeah.
to build some big thing that,
Yeah. You could probably do the same thing if you have like milk crates or.
Yeah, if you could tie them together so that they don't fall over. Milk crates are pretty light, so it would be kind of.
Well, they have parts like use the cardboard in parts and use the milk crates in parts.
Maybe
of
use
it.
the milk crates to help support.
Yeah.
Because they don't flatten out. That might be a good idea. So there's some tips on that, and then we got a few things that people said that in the added to my post that were kind of funny. One guy said that the cat liked his wife's toys. And we won't elaborate any further on that.
We're not talking kid toys.
We're not going to elaborate anymore on that. You know who you are. If you're watching, and I know who you are too because I went and looked. But anyways, I just thought that was kind of funny. That sort of made me crack up laughing, and that's okay because cats can get into drawers in your bedroom. They, they're very resourceful. And they know how to get to things. So if you have things like that laying around the house, you probably don't want your cat to play with it. But so keep those things put away. Yeah.
I think my favorite of the replies to this, someone had wrote in the plastic slice divider that they put in pizza boxes, and that's probably my favorite response because I'm just imagining like a cat like making a little tea set with the plastic divider because they look like little tables.
Do they?
Yeah, they look like little tiny like picnic tables.
Oh, you're talking about those things in the middle?
Yeah.
Those. Oh, okay.
So I'm just imagining like a cat like somehow making a tea set, like putting the little thing down and then having their little like mouse dollies sitting at the little chairs with tiny little teacups.
You have a very strange imagination. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah. No. That's weird. That's weird. Now let's look. That's one of the polls. Let's look and see a couple of the others. I have one more here that had some different responses. See, that one was from that particular group. Let's see.
Is it this one?
That's this one.
Oh.
Let's see. I'm pretty sure it's
this one?
It's that one, but I gotta find the right one. Here it is. Here's one. Now
insert elevator music.
This one we didn't really have any.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there he is. There's the my wife's toys. One person put fuzzy mice, and now I'm not sure about fuzzy mice. I mean, because that's kind of like a store bought, but I guess you could make a fuzzy mouse.
Well, I mean, your question was what toys do your cats like?
Yeah, and he liked them, but only
so
there were
fuzzy mice.
Yeah, there were a few responses that said fuzzy mice.
I take it back. I found my actual favorite one.
Which one?
Dead or living things from outdoors.
And nobody responded to that. I put that was one of my questions up there. My things you could click on the polls. And I'm going to leave these polls open, but just because I just want to see what people will put.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of funny.
The reason why I like that one is because of Iggy. And
because our cats tend to bring in living and dead things from
Iggy.
Whoa, the last time was really terrible.
I was sitting at my laptop doing my thing, and I let Iggy in. She comes in. I don't really notice that she has something big in her mouth, and so she's scratching the door trying to get out again. I'm like, fine. So I open the door, let her out, and she comes back in. And when she comes back in, I look under the chair, and there it is, a dead baby squirrel. And so I get like some paper towels to pick it up and, take it outside. And as I'm picking it up, Iggy is just like, oh, swat, 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 knocks it out of my hand. It plops on the ground and I go, oh my God. And then finally get it outside. But she kept trying to take it out of my hand because she just wanted to play with it. Cats. And then the bird.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about the bird.
No, let's not talk about
that. That was so sad that it made me cry.
Yeah.
I don't even want to talk about that. But so back to the funny stuff here.
Yeah.
People. One of the things I've noticed that people in all three polls did not respond to at all were things like crinkly things like tubes and plastic. Now I find, but because they like boxes and bags that make noise. I think that kind of comes in the same category, wouldn't you? Because I'm really surprised that nobody noted that their cats played with crinkly things like tubes and plastic.
I think with cats, most people don't have good luck with them using like the store-bought ones.
Right.
And I think it's because the texture kind of throws the cats off.
You think so?
But like if you have a plastic wrapper from say like a peppermint, like those plastic peppermint wrappers,
they like that.
They'll chew on that.
Yeah.
They'll just go chomp on it right in your hand.
Yeah.
But I've noticed that they tend to not really play with those kinds of toys that often. And I think it might be a texture thing, or maybe the sound isn't the same.
It isn't quite right because it's what they really. Because I think when they've commercially made those crinkly things for cats, that they're trying to mimic these sounds that come from playing with the bags and things. And I just don't think it's the same. I think that the cats really prefer the grocery bag.
Yeah.
You know, the paper grocery bag, or the
It gives them more of a challenge.
Yeah, and I think they like that more. And also, another of the bigger responses was feathers or balls on the ends of sticks. You know, and those are. But the only thing I mean, I love to see them play with those toys. I like playing with them, but they tear them up in a minute.
Unless you get a really well made one.
And that's why that DIY video that shows the guy making those, that might be something you really might want to learn, because that could save you a bundle over time if your cat really likes, you know, those kind of stick toys like that, if they really like them. So I mean, you know, check out the DIY video. It's at www.perchedkitty.com. You look at the menu on the left, and it says our favorite places or our favorite links or whatever I have written there. And you click on that, and you go down, you see the cat DIY videos and stuff that I've got up there. Also posted on Facebook. But you know, I think the poll was interesting, and like I said, I'm going to leave it up and see how many more responses that we get on this, and see what people add to it. Now, just because the one guy mentioned his wife's thing doesn't mean you'll have to start putting crazy stuff on it.
Yeah, please don't.
Yeah.
Serious responses only, please.
Yes, please. He might be serious.
No, he probably is, because cats will literally play with anything if you put it in front of them and it's something that's shiny.
But that's a little scary. Yeah.
Well, you might want to make sure that she cleans it well and puts it away.
And so anyway, but like I said, the overwhelming number of participants in my little poll talked about that their cats really like boxes and things like that. Now I'm going to go back to one more here, because I've got some comments that I wanted to kind of read. Here we go. Okay, I had a couple of comments, and this one guy, she's a woman. I'm not going to say her name because I don't have her permission. She says feathers on the end of string, tied in clumps, odd ones from the catio. They have a full collection of them under my dining table. She says so they keep them, you know, feathers on the end of the string. And I guess they just drag them around and play with them and have a good time with them. This guy, or this lady, I'm sorry, I keep saying this guy. This lady, Jennifer, says hair ties, straws, and boxes.
Yeah,
and so
hair ties are pretty common.
Yeah, and that just kind of goes along with the poll results on the other group.
Yeah.
So the poll results were a little different group to group to group.
Yeah.
But still pretty much along the same lines.
A person on this one also mentioned crushed foil, which I have seen. Like aluminum foil in a ball.
Yeah.
Because it has that crinkle, it has that satisfying crunch.
But does it do the same thing to their teeth when they bite into it that it does to ours?
I mean, it has that horrible feeling you get. God. But cats are weird and they might like it. But no, I've seen cats play with aluminum foil before. Just don't pour any caustic chemicals on it. It'll be fine.
All right. And the same fellow that talks about bottle caps. He says they carry them around the house in their mouth. They carry around the bottle caps.
Yeah, so, like they're mice.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And so anyway, like I said, overall throughout the whole thing, it was pretty much consistent that cats really just prefer everyday household items to play with. And so if you're going out and spending a whole lot of money on cat toys, you're pretty much maybe wasting your money. I mean, there may be a lot of those toys they like, but you could save all that money and maybe buy a higher quality of food, or you know, pay for some extra groomings or something.
Get them more scratch boards.
Because
those are one thing you should spend money on.
Yeah, and
that's one cat toy.
I mentioned that in PK 5.1, the last little episode that I did by myself. I mentioned in there that one of the things you can do to keep cats from scratching your furniture is have scratch posts around the house in
Yep.
different places.
The carpeted ones or the
Little-
cardboard ones.
Yeah, the little boxes.
Mhm.
And you can make those. There
Oh, yeah.
are DIY videos out there on how to make those kind of things, and or you can buy them.
Mhm.
Personally, on those, I prefer to buy them because it seems like the ones that you buy.
Well, you're also not very crafty.
No, and I picked up 2 at a yard sale. Like the yard sales. Looking for kitty toys at the yard sales.
Oh,
Oh, I know my webcam doesn't like movement. Anyway, back away from the camera. So
We're
anyway,
trying to get to it again.
This has been episode 6.
6.
Is this 6?
Well, you just said 5.1, so I think this is 6.
Okay, so this is episode 6, the January edition of the Perched Kitty Show. And I'm Tricia, your host, and my co-host Amanda. And Happy New Year to everybody. Hope everybody had a wonderful holiday, Hanukkah or Christmas or
whatever you
whatever
celebrate.
you happen to celebrate this year.
Festivus.
Festivus for the rest of us. Yeah. So anyway, whatever. Have a Happy New Year, everybody. And thank you for tuning in to Perch Kitty. Bye-bye. Welcome to Perch Kitty episode 6. I don't think that's in the script.